Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Easy Engineering. From today, let's start a playlist on C programming language. At the beginning, we should learn C programming language to get a better understanding on software engineering. So, from today, I'll be uploading daily a class on C programming language. And if you want to take notes, you can take while the class is running, because I'll pin the PDF at the last class of the playlist. So let's start. Before learning about a programming language, first you should learn about the compiler. So here, compiler. The compiler is a software which converts high-level language into low-level language. Means it is a software which I represented in a square. And high-level language. High-level language is nothing but this program code. High-level language. This is a program code, and it is a input which compiler takes, and this machine code is called low level language, which is an output produced by the compiler while performing some tasks. So program code will be the input of a compiler and the machine code will be the output of the compiler. So let's get a better understanding on high level language and low level language. First, we are going to know about high level language. As it is mentioned, it is a language which is understandable by human. Like high level language means the language which we speak. Means now we are speaking in English. I am explaining you. So this is called high level language, which is understandable by human. Like I am speaking and you are understanding. This is called high level language, and which is also known as program code. Means the code is written in English words. All the words in the program are of English, so it is understandable by human. And what is low level language? Language which is understandable by machine. Means machine understands only binary language, which is a combination of zeros and ones. So every word we speak, it is converted into binary language, binary format, in the form of zeros and ones by the compiler itself. The compiler converts this program code, which is English, to machine code, which is zeros and ones. So now you have got an understanding on the compiler, high level and low level language. Now let's move on to flowchart. Another important topic in programming language is flowchart. So it is a graphical representation of a program. As I said, the program is English words, like it consists of English words. Those English words are written as a graphical or diagrammatical format. Like here you can see that start, read, all this. Like it is represented by symbols. Like you can see oval here, arrows, and parallelogram, and rectangle too. So these are used in a flowchart. Let's understand this with an easy example, which is sum of two numbers. It is a basic program. So let's understand with the sum of two numbers. You all know about the sum. It is found by adding two numbers. Here you can see that adding two numbers, A and B, which gives the sum of two numbers. So let's start now. For a flowchart, there should be a start and a stop. Means the execution starts from here and stops here. Means the code will be start running and the compiler changes this into binary and gives to computer. The computer will be understanding that. So line by line it is going on, and at last when the compiler found stop, it stops the running execution of a program, converting the program code into binary format. So start and stop should be compulsory in every flowchart. And now here you can see that read A. So to perform sum of two numbers, we should take input from user. So taking input from user means the user should give numbers to be added. So taking input from user is represented by you can see here, it is represented by parallelogram, as you all know, parallelogram. So if we take input from user, it is denoted by parallelogram, and take input from user and giving output to user too, giving output to user is also represented by parallelogram. Here you can see read A means taking input from user, taking value of A from the user, and here read B, taking the value of B from user. And here you can see write C. Write C means just printing the value. For example, I can say you an example for this, because in a calculator, first you should enter a number, right? For example, I enter 18, and you will be having some operations too. So see, let's enter plus 2. Next you should give another number, and this 18 is said to be A and this 3 is said to be B. After that, the compiler in the calculator, it calculates the sum and gives the output for us, which is 21. As it is by this is the same format what the computer does inside. So this is the input and that should be output. So that output is represented by C. So C will be printed at the ending of the execution. Now assignment is also used, like means assigning a value to variable is represented by what? Rectangle. As you can see here, it is done by rectangle. So here A plus B, that sum is done inside the computer and that is assigned to the variable C. So after assigning, now the C value will become A plus B. Now the C value will be becoming A plus B. This A plus B, the value of A plus B is stored inside the variable C. Okay. Now after then, it is printed, as I said, giving input, giving output. Giving output is also represented by parallelogram. Now we can do this. We can represent it by parallelogram, and after the execution, we should put a stop to identify. The compiler should identify stop and it should stop. it will stop. So next now we should know about algorithm too. Algorithm is a step-by-step process. Yeah, the difference between flowchart and algorithm is flowchart is a graphical representation where you can see a diagram, but algorithm we should write in English steps like this. We should write in English steps. So first start and stop, these are common, and read A and B, taking input as A and B. This is the next step. This can be written as read A and third step read B, but it is easy to understand and it is easy and it reduces a line of code. And assigning A plus B to C. A plus B is already calculated and it is assigning to C, where here I said that. And printing C and then stop. That's it. This is English format and this is a grammatical format. Here there is no need of shapes, anything, diagrams, anything. Just we have to write in English. The steps we are doing to calculate sum of two numbers, we should write in English. That's it. Next, types of data structures. There will be many types of data structures as we see. And the data structure, what is a data structure? Those will be told or explained in further classes. Now just see this word, just like data structure, and this is divided into primitive and non-primitive. Okay, let's leave primitive, let's discuss about it further. Now let's only discuss about non-primitive. Non-primitive is again classified into linear and non-linear. Linear, the meaning of linear means, actually linear means storing in a sequence. Storing in a sequence leads to linear. Okay, let me decrease the size. Yeah, now it's good, I guess. Now it's good. Storing in a sequence. It's not in a sequence. Not in a sequence. In linear, the variables we give will be stored, like we know that in memory the inputs given will be stored in a memory, block of memory, like there will be a block of memory. Oh, this is my bad. And there will be cells, the variables will be allocated like this somewhere they want. But in linear, when we are coming to linear, then the variables will be allocated in a linear way, like here, so on. They will be allocated in a linear way, and that is called linear. And non-linear means, as I said before, here, like the values won't be same, like the values won't be in a sequential manner, they will be anywhere they want. So that is called non-linear and linear. And after that, static. Linear is further divided into static and dynamic. Static means the memory size will be constant. Like if we can know about arrays. Okay, first let me explain. Like we will define some size some size, and that will be constant, means cannot change it, can't change it, like that. Suppose if we take a book, see, if we take a bottle and if we fill water in it, the water some water in it, so it will be of capacity of 1 liter only. We can only store 1 liter of water, we cannot store 2 liters of water. So that is the topic related to static. Like we can only adjust only 1 liter of water, we cannot fill 2 liters of water in 1 liter bottle, right? So the volume of this bottle remains constant, so that is called static. In the arrays, the size also remains constant. If the size is 2, we can add only 2 elements. If the size is 5, we cannot add only 5 elements. That's meaning of static. And dynamic. Dynamic means it can be expanded. If we have a balloon, now if we put some water in it, like 500 ml of water, okay, it can be adjusted, but no, we want some extra water in it and add another 500 ml of water in it, so it will be bulges like this. This is also filled with water, means it will readjust it to 1 liter. Initially it is 500 ml, 500 ml, but it bulged to 1 liter, so that is called dynamic. The example of static is arrays. We will be knowing about this in further classes. And dynamic means vector, linked list, stack and queue. These will be also explained in further classes. This is only a flow chart, like should know about what are the divisions made in it. So next, non-linear. So in non-linear, there are tree, graph, table or set. Tree means like you have one and you have this, right? You know trees, graphs, all this. These will be also explained in further classes. Next, example of flowchart. Like before, I have set some flowcharts, right? I have explained what is a flowchart and I have explained a small example in it, sum of two numbers. And now I wanna explain another flowchart for your better understanding. And it is a flowchart for even or odd numbers. Like how do you classify even number and odd number? Like even means a number should be divisible by 2. When divided by 2 gives remainder 0, that is called even. And let me change the color of this. Black is better, I guess. Okay. Odd. How odd will be classified? If the number when divided by 2 is not equals to 0. Not equals to is represented by not equals to is represented by a semicolon. Not a semicolon, I guess exclamatory mark. So let's start flowchart. First, as I said, it began with start and ended with stop. And first taking a number as input from user. Enter a number it will be displayed on the screen and you have to enter a number. After taking input from the user, now we have to check whether the number is divisible. When it is divisible by 2, it gives remainder 0 or not. If the number gives remainder 0, then we have to go to S. If it does not give, now we have to go to no. If it is S, we have to print even, as we know that this is a condition of even numbers. And if the condition is false, we have to go to this side and print odd, where we know that the condition for odd is when the number is divisible by 2 divided by 2, it does not give remainder 0, and then we have to stop the execution. This is the explanation of a flowchart for even or odd number. Now I have another example for you. Sum of 1 to n numbers. Like here. After explaining all those, I guess you know this and you can easily understand this. You can understand it by yourself and take a screenshot if required. It is a flowchart for sum of first n natural numbers or sum of 1 to n numbers. Okay. Further, the first C program. Now let's start writing a program. Now we have to write a program, right, for giving instructions to a compiler. So now for every program there will be this there will be this preprocessor. This hash include is called as preprocessor, that will be discussed in further classes because it is not at all needed now. And this is a function which to be called. So at the first line we have to write this. For every program this line is common. For every C program this line is common. So this line should be confirmed, and this void main is also confirmed. And after this we have to write printf. Printf means what we write in this bracket, it will be printed. What we write in this inverted commas will be printed on the screen. Printf means print function, like we have to print this whole this whole up to this exclamation. This will be printed. Now let's find out the output of the program. Now let's do it. On typing it, I'm just copying it from here, and I have opened the online compiler, which will be easy, and I have to paste it. Now actually there is a mistake in this compiler, as it is not taking inverted commas. I'm replacing them, and you have to run it. Yeah, we have got our output, our first C program. Now let's check whether it is matching with our PDF. Yeah, let's find the output. The output is our first C program. What we are getting here? Our first C program. Yes, this is matched. So further, let's discuss about constants. There are some constants in a programming language. So the constant means, you all know in mathematics, Like constant means it is a constant value, like it cannot be changed. Same way here also in programming language, constant means the value which do not change. Constant valued variables, like we have some variables with some particular value, those cannot be changed. Like example, I have given examples to integer constants, like you have 1, wait a second, you have 1, 2, these values cannot be changed, right? These values cannot be changed at any time. So these are called constant values. And real constants, like you have fractions, real numbers, right? In your mathematics you have like fractions, this is a fraction, right? And you have a decimal, 2.5. These are called real constants which also cannot be changed. And these character constants means alphabet, like A, B, so on, Z, etc. And some special characters also, like percent, at the rate, everything. These also can't be changed. This is all about constants and variables, containers to store the data. Like now we have in the program, not in the program, in the flowchart, do you remember the sum of two numbers? Like here we have A and B, which are known as variables. Those are the variables which are the containers to store data. We have taken input from the user in the sum, and we have stored in the variable A and in the variable B. These are the variables which store data. Like it stores 1, it stores 4. So these are the variables. But to define a variable, we have certain rules here. So let's see all these rules now. So variable should always start with alphabet or underscore. So variable should start with A, like A is an alphabet, to Z anything, and caps 2, capital A to capital C. And you can start with underscore too. You know what is an underscore, right? This symbol is an underscore, which is a special character. So this should be started with only these characters. A variable should be started with only these characters. Now the point number 2, the variable should only contain alphabet, number or underscore. Means variable should contain all the alphabet, underscore, in addition with digits too, numbers 1 to some infinity, any number. You can take 1 lakh, but it should start with only these. You can take 1 lakh A also as a variable. And the next point is the variables are case sensitive, as my and my are different, because here we have written small y, small m, and in this variable we have written capital M, right? So capital M and small m are different in this, because everything like capital A, small a, capital V, small b, everything has a different ASCII number. You will be furtherly knowing about ASCII numbers also. Means like my and my are also different. Okay, this can be kept in mind. And should not contain white spaces or special characters. Like if we declare a variable with my name, no, this cannot be a variable because it contains white space here, so it is not treated as a variable. Variable should not contain any white spaces like this, and it should not contain any special characters too. Like my @ is not a variable because @ is a special character here. As it is mentioned in the rules, special character is not allowed in the variable. It should not be treated into assigning or into considering a variable, and it should not be keyword. Keywords will be known in next class, so it should not be keyword also. I will be giving you the list of keywords present in C programming language in the further classes. So you will be knowing about keywords in C programming language in further classes. So after knowing that, you will be getting more clarity about this point. Okay, these rules should be followed while creating a variable. Okay, let's discuss about next topics in next class, because time is running out, so it is becoming a longer video, longer duration. So hope you all are enjoying this video. Bye bye, thank you, take care, subscribe to my channel if you like the content.